Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this matchup in the Axis Football League. Our game today features two evenly matched teams. Any small mistake could be the difference in the final score. Either of these teams could bring home the victory today, but let's see who wants it more. On the kickoff. The kickoff is fielded. And he's taken down after returning it up to the 35. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Dropping back. He makes the short throw. Small loss on the play. Second down, 12 yards to go. QB back to pass. He'll make the throw short to the left side of the field. Ripped to the ground. Gain of 12 on the play. Third down. He drops back, tosses a pass. Jackson on the reception. And he scores! The offense sets up for the point after. It's up. And the extra point is good. They will strike first today with that score. And onto the field comes the kicking team. He'll send this one deep. The kickoff is fielded. And he's tackled. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. The QB gives it away on a draw, and he's tossed to the turf. That brings up second down. Second down and 10 to go. He steps back to pass. He decides to keep it himself. He'll slide safely to the ground. They'll pick up a couple yards here. Operating from under center. He steps into the pocket. And it's knocked away from the receiver. Incomplete. The offense sets up to punt one away. He makes the punt. First down and 10 to go. Motion for the offense. He drops back. He finds a target on the right side of the field. Incomplete pass. Second down and 10 to go. Motion left. He makes the toss off to the right side. The tackle is made. That will be good for about 6. Third down. 13 yards to go. Steps into the pocket. He makes the throw over to the sideline. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. There looks to be a player injured down on the field. He's being helped onto the sideline. The offense sets up to punt one away. The punt's away. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. On the handoff. And he is down. That's good for 10 yards. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. He sees a target over the middle, batted down and incomplete. Second and 10 for the offense. They'll send a player in motion. He hands it to the runner inside. Tackle made up by the 30-yard line. That's good for a gain of 4. The defense lines up in a 3-4. He makes the throw up near the 45. He pulls it in, and he's immediately brought down. First down, St. Louis. First down and 10 to go. He hands it to the runner inside, and he'll be tackled near the line. Short gain on the play. Second down. Blown coverage by the defense. He's got a wide open receiver. Long distance pass is good. And he's tackled right away. A huge gain by the offense. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. He'll give it away on a draw. And they fly into the end zone. Touchdown, St. Louis. They'll opt for the single point attempt here. There's the kick. And it sails through. And onto the field comes the kicking team. He rockets this one deep. The kickoff is fielded. And down he goes. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. He drops back to pass. He tosses it off to the left side of the field. And he's hit right away and taken down. That will be good for about 6. Second down. He drops back into the pocket. He tosses one up near the 50. He pulls it in, and the tackle is made. That will be good enough to pick up the first down. Operating from under center. Dropping back. Play action pass. The big play, complete. And he crosses the goal line for a touchdown. They'll opt for the single point attempt here. Here's the kick. And the extra point is good. That will put them out front for now. Here comes the kicking team. He'll send this one deep. He fields the kickoff. He's tackled. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Player in motion to the right. QB back to pass. He's hit hard and taken down in the backfield. They'll lose 8 on the play. Second and long for the offense. Looking short for a target. The pass is incomplete. Third down and long. Steps into the pocket, flings one, tipped away and incomplete. The offense lines up to punt. The punt's away. First and 10 for the offense. Launches one deep down the left side of the field. Batted down and incomplete. 2nd down and 10 to go. Steps into the pocket. He makes the throw over to the right side of the field. And the pass falls to the ground. 3rd down and 10 to go. Player in motion to the right. He drops back. Makes the throw over to the left side. And the ball is batted down. The punt team takes the field. Go. Fitzgerald with the kick. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Player in motion. He steps back to pass. He's looking deep down the left side. The deep throw, it is complete. And he is tackled. That will wrap things up for the first quarter. It's anyone's game so far. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. Player in motion to the right. Brown receives the handoff. And he's tackled. Gain of 12 on the play. St. Louis makes their way up to the line. He drops back into the pocket. He flings a pass. And he's immediately brought down. Gain of 4 on the play. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on 2nd down. Steps into the pocket. And he'll be sacked in the backfield. Loss of 9. 5th play of the drive. Dropping back. Finds a receiver along the sideline. He grabbed it. Complete. And the tackle is made. They'll pick up a chunk of yards on that play. 1st and 10 for the offense. He drops back into the pocket. Floats one. The ball is caught. He's put to the turf. Gain of 13. The offense lines up on 1st and goal. He drops back to pass. And they fly into the end zone. Touchdown, St. Louis. The kicking team lines up for the PAT. Here's the kick. And the extra point is good. There looks to be a player injured down on the field. He's being helped onto the sideline. Here comes the kicking team. On the kickoff. The kickoff is fielded. And he is tackled. The offense looks to get things going here on 1st down. Inside run. Wrapped up and brought to the ground. Tackle by Sharp. That's good for 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll only need to punch it forward a few inches. He gives it away. And down he goes. Gain of 4 on the play. 1st down and 10 to go. Steps into the pocket. A flag on the play. And it's knocked away by the defense. Let's see how the penalty affects that play. Ref is going to catch him for defensive holding, and they'll accept the penalty. From under center. He drops back. He tosses one just beyond the line of scrimmage, and the pass misses the mark. Incomplete. Fifth play of the drive. QB back to pass. He makes the short throw, and he misses his target. Third down and 10 to go. Steps into the pocket, tosses the ball, and he's stopped around the 40-yard line. A huge gain by the offense. He steps back to pass. He's got single coverage deep, looking to make something happen. And it's knocked away from the receiver. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. He drops back. He makes the throw over to the sideline. And he misses the target. Third down and 10 to go. He steps back to pass. It's caught. And he's tackled here. That'll be good for a first down. First down and 10 to go. Misdirection in the backfield. Harrington with the tackle. That will be good for about 1. 3 linemen and 4 linebackers for the defense. He steps back to pass. Makes the throw to the right side of the end zone. And the ball is batted down. Operating from under center. Steps into the pocket. Makes the throw over to the left side. And the pass is incomplete. The field goal unit makes its way up to the line. There's the kick. And it's good, but not by much. They'll take the lead with that score. Lining up for the kickoff. He'll boot this one deep into the end zone. The kickoff is fielded. And he's brought down after taking the kick up near the 20-yard line. Setting up shop from the 20. He hands it off. Wrapped up, brought down. Tackle by Hicks. That's good for a gain of 4. And the defense will call timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining. A nickel set for the defense. He drops back into the pocket. He makes the throw. It's up. It is caught. And down he goes. It's a St. Louis first down. 1st and 10 for the offense. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. Motion for the offense. Steps into the pocket. He tosses one short to the sideline. He steps out of bounds. Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd down. He finds a target up near the 40, and he's hit right away and taken down. Penalty flag on the field. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome. This one is going to go against the defense for a face mask. They'll accept the penalty. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. Steps into the pocket. He makes the throw over to the right side of the field. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on 2nd down. He drops back to pass. He makes the throw by the 20-yard line. And the runners wrestle to the ground. Tackle made by Hicks. That'll go for 9 yards. The offense comes in with a 2 tight end set. He gives it away. St. Louis breaks the plane. Touchdown. The kicking team lines up for the PAT. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. St. Louis takes the lead after that score. The offense lines up to kick it off. He boots it away. The kickoff is fielded. Tackled after returning it up near the 25-yard line. The offense will look to get things going from the 25. He drops back to pass. And it's knocked away by the defense. Second play of the drive. He steps back to pass. The catch is made by Miller. Tackle by Sharp. Gain of 15. Operating from the gun. Steps into the pocket. And it's knocked away by the defense. Second and 10. Dropping back. Makes the throw to the middle of the field. The pass is incomplete. Third and 10. Handoff to the right side. Harrington with the tackle. That will be good for about 1. The offense calls a timeout. That will be their second of the half. The offense lines up to punt. Fitzgerald with the kick. The punt goes into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. QB back to pass. He can't bring it in. That'll be incomplete. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on second down. QB back to pass. He makes the reception, and he's hit right away and taken down. Gain of 13. The offense will operate from under center. Finds a target on the left side of the field. It's caught, and the tackle is made. It's a St. Louis first down. It will be St. Louis using a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. It's hauled down by Fletcher. And down he goes. Gain of 11. It will be St. Louis using a timeout here. They'll have just 1 remaining. First and 10 for the offense. Go! Sets his feet and throws. And he misses his target. A single back set for the offense. Steps into the pocket. He finds a target on the right side of the field. He makes the catch. He's taken down near the 35-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. Timeout St. Louis. That will be their last of the half. Third and short for the offense. He steps back to pass. It's hauled down by Fletcher. And he'll be pulled down immediately. Gain of 12 on the play. The field goal unit makes its way up to the line. There's the kick. And it's good. That score extends St. Louis's lead a bit more. That will do it for the second quarter. St. Louis on top for now with a small lead. The kicking team set up to boot it away. He kicks it away. The kickoff is fielded. And he's tackled. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. The runner will take it on the draw. And he's stopped up around the 20. That gets us to second down. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on second down. Delayed handoff. That's the end of that play. That's good for 10 yards. Third down. They'll only need to punch it forward a few inches. The runner takes the inside handoff. He's tackled. That will go for about 5 yards. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. Inside run. He dodges away, and he's tackled. That brings up second down. Fifth play of the drive. They'll send a player in motion. He makes the handoff to the left side, and the runners wrestle to the ground. Tackle made by Hicks. They'll lose one on the play. 3 linemen and 4 linebackers for the defense. Sets up the RPO. He'll make the handoff, and he's brought down. That'll bring up fourth down. The punt team makes its way up the line. The punt's away. The punt will sail into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start things off from the 20. Player in motion to the left. He drops back into the pocket. Finds a target. Picked off. And he is down. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. He drops back. He's got a target near the 25, and the ball is batted down. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on second down. Throws this one along the sideline, just past the line of scrimmage. And the pass is incomplete. St. Louis sets up on third down. Tosses it over to the sideline. Batted down and incomplete. The offense lines up to kick the field goal. There's the kick. And it's good. That score extends St. Louis's lead a bit more. The kicking team set up to boot it away. He sends it off. The kickoff is caught. And he's tackled here. The offense looks to get things going here on first down. Player in motion. Steps into the pocket. And it looks like he's just going to throw this one away. The defense lines up in a 3-4. Play action pass. Hold it down. And the tackle is made. That will keep the chains moving. First and 10. Player in motion to the right. He drops back. Play action pass. Harrington's got him for the sack. Loss of 7. The offense comes in on second down. Motion for the offense. He drops back into the pocket. He's got a receiver near the 30. The pass is incomplete. Fifth play of the drive. QB back to pass. Good for the reception. Tackle by Sharp. They'll pick up a chunk of yards on that play. First and 10 for the offense. He makes the throw to the left side, and it's caught for the score. Touchdown! The kicking team lines up for the PAT. There's the kick. And the extra point is good. That will bridge the gap a bit. The offense lines up to kick it off. On the kickoff. He fields the kickoff. And he's tackled. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. The receiver goes into motion. He hands it to the runner on the left side. He is picked up and brought down. Gain of 11. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. He drops back into the pocket, looking for a target short over the middle, and he misses his target. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on second down. He steps back to pass, makes the throw at the sideline, and he's immediately brought down. A huge pickup there by the offense. 1st and 10. He hands it to the runner inside, and he's brought to the turf. Gain of 4 on the play. St. Louis makes their way up to the line. He makes the throw over to the left side of the field. Ball's on a string. Fletcher got it, and he is tackled. Gain of 15. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. QB back to pass. The QB tucks it and scrambles, and he'll take a slide here. Short gain on the play. The offense comes in on second down. 2 yards to go. He'll toss it to the back. The tackle is made. Small loss on the play. 3rd down coming up for St. Louis. The 3rd quarter comes to a close. St. Louis on top for now with a small lead. The offense sets up with 3 receivers. Player in motion to the right. He steps back to pass. Johnson on the wrist. Touchdown! The kicking team sets up for the extra point. The kick is up. And the kick runs out of gas before making it in. No good. That score extends St. Louis's lead a bit more. The offense lines up to kick it off. He kicks it away. They will look to get this drive going here from the 25. Blown coverage by the defense. He's got a wide open receiver, and it's deflected down. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10 to go. The runner takes the inside handoff. He's going to be brought down up near the 25. That will bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 10 for the offense. QB back to pass. He finds a target up near the 40. The catch is made by Miller, and he's stopped around the 40-yard line. Gain of 15. 4th play of the drive. The receiver goes into motion. Throws this one along the sideline, just past the line of scrimmage. Gain of 4 on the play. The offense comes in on second down. Fakes the handoff and looks to pass. Boone brings him to the ground. That will be a loss of 2. A shotgun set for the offense. He steps back to pass. Batted down and incomplete. The offense sets up to punt one away. He makes the punt. First down and 10 to go. Player in motion. On the run pass option, he gives it to the runner, and he'll be brought down up near the 5-yard line. They'll pick up a couple yards there. Second down, 2 yards to go. He tosses one. He pulls it in, and he's stopped up around the 20. Good enough for a first down. The offense will operate from the gun. Steps into the pocket. He makes the throw over to the sideline. That's good for 10 yards. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. He drops back into the pocket. Makes the throw at the sideline. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. Second and 10 for the offense. Run to the right side. He eludes the first defender, and the runners wrestle to the ground. Tackle made by Hicks. Gain of 16 on the play. A shotgun set for the offense. He drops back to pass. Makes the throw at the sideline. Ball's on a string. Fletcher got it. That will be good for about 6. St. Louis makes their way up to the line. Motion right. Steps into the pocket. And down he goes. That's a sack. That will bring up third down. The offense comes in on third down. 12 yards to go. Hand off to the right side. Stopped before he could break free. That will bring up fourth down. The punt team lines up to kick this one away. He makes the punt. The punt will sail into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Makes the handoff. Lost ball on the field. And he's brought to the turf. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. He hands it to the runner inside. Dunn wraps him up for the tackle. Gain of 4 on the play. Second down. 15 yards to go. Sets up the RPO. He'll make the handoff. Wrapped him up, brought him down. Montgomery with the tackle. Gain of 1 on the play. Third down coming up for St. Louis. The defense breaks the huddle with 5 defensive backs. He steps back to pass. Incomplete. The offense is going to try for 3 here. It's up. And it's good, but not by much. That score extends St. Louis's lead a bit more. And onto the field comes the kicking team. He kicks it away. The offense will start things off from the 25. He steps back to pass. He makes the throw over to the left side of the field. Snagged out of the air. Wrestled to the turf. Rice got him. Gain of 13. And the offense will call a timeout here. That will be their first. One back deep for the offense. He drops back. Reeled in that long pass. And he safely steps out of bounds. A huge gain by the offense. First down and 10 to go. He makes the throw, and he snagged it. And he's hit right away and taken down. Gain of 19, and the offense calls timeout. That will be their second of the half. The offense comes in with 4 receivers. QB back to pass. And the pass misses the mark. Incomplete. Second down and goal for the offense. QB back to pass. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown. The offense sets up for the point after. The kick is up. And it's good. That will bridge the gap a bit. Instead of kicking, the offense will keep the ball. It will be 4th and 12 from the 28. He makes the throw up near the 45. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. The offense can't convert the kickoff try and will turn the ball over. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Motion right. Dropping back. QB with the play fake. Tipped away and incomplete. Second and 10. Player in motion to the left. Run pass option. The QB gives it to the runner. The tackle is made. Loss of 4. And the defense calls timeout. That's their final timeout. Third down. 8 yards to go. Player in motion to the right. He drops back to pass. He's wrestled down to the ground around the 15. They'll pick up a chunk of yards on that play. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. And he takes a knee to keep the clock running. Second down for the offense. 12 yards to go. That will do it for us today. For everyone here at Axis Football, I'm Andy McNamara, and we'll see you next time.